this is what we came out here for. Look at that giant. There it is. There it goes. All right, look at that bass. Look at that thing. A brute. Yo, a nice one. Look at that. Look at that. Another nice bluegill. Bluegills turned into crappies. Next cast. Literally next cast and another little keeper. Like, look at that. Choked it. All the way down now. I need my pliers. Alright, so this time out on a Wisconsin lake in the afternoon. First it started off with catching bluegills on a trout spinner, kind of like a small panfish spinner, and as the sun sets, we get eater crappies. Just in the afternoon with the wind pounding against us, pushing all that bait and pushing the fish next to shore as well. Enjoy the video of us on a windy day with the wind actually helping us, catching them on a, for bluegills, that's a pretty big bait. As you see in the video, they're eating on like a little minnow with a spinner and all that. All right, so this time out we're on a Wisconsin lake on a very windy day. You'll hear it in the video once in a while. That wind helped us catch fish. Now what we're doing here is fishing into the wind, casting right into the wind as it's coming right at us, and that pushes all the bait and everything straight next to shore, and that brings all the other fish in. It was a great old night catching. It started with bluegills, and then as it gets closer to dark, it turned into a bunch of crappies, catching them on a little trout spinner with a paddle tail on it. It was just a lot of fun that afternoon with that wind. Enjoy the video. Well, we got something here. What do we got? We got a bluegill. A bluegill on a spinner for trout. A nice one. Look at that. I am going to go and switch to like a smaller jig head and try for bluegills, because there's a nice bluegill. Look at that, another nice bluegill, probably close to 8 inches, nice eater on a trout spinner or bass spinner, whatever you want to call it, but that's what I'm using. That's the only thing they want. I tried gulp, I tried worms, they don't. I put that on and I'm catching fish. And there we go, another eater bluegill. I already caught another one in there, so I got 3 right off this beach right here, right off this beach. The wind's coming straight at us. Look at that. Here we go. What do we got? Feels like another nice bluegill. Look at that. Another decent bluegill. Just nice, perfect little eaters on that spinner. Right in this spot. Right on the edge of some rocks by these weeds here. Right in this spot right in front of me here. They're all just stacked right in here. Look at that, another. What do we got here? A bass. Bass. Bigger bass. Sun's right behind the trees. Nice crappie, just about probably right over 9 inches. Little spinner still. Bluegills completely disappeared. There we go, nice crappie. Yeah, what's going on here is the wind's coming straight at us on this beach. Straight at us. And the fish, that wind kicks everything up toward the beach, This is where all that wind's kicking all that bait and whatever else, all against this shore. That wind's coming right at us, and that brings the fish, because the bait's over here because of the wind kicking stuff up and moving it over here. But this wind, I think this wind is helping me kind of focus the fish onto this shore on this beach of this Wisconsin lake. So thank you, Mother Nature, for bringing them fish into an area where they kind of, you know, it's just a big shore, and that wind's just coming at us, pushing everything against us, and everything else falls. Let's continue. The sun's going down. There's a hole there. As you can see, too small, but another crappie. The bite turned into crappies along the rocks here on the edge of this here. Wind's still coming right at us. Alright, we got something again here. Looks like another crappie. Another eater crappie. Now we're back where we caught the bluegills on the other side. The bluegills turned into crappies. There's another eater. Nothing crazy about any of these fish. They're just all perfect eating size. But it's all being done on that little panfish spinner, kind of trout spinner. I use that for mostly trout, big trout. Oh, we got something again here. It's another eater. Barely. Alright. What is it? What is that? A bass. No, it's a crappie. Another eater crappie. Another eater crappie. Sun is setting. Another eater crappie. I think that puts me at 5. 4 bluegills. Bluegills are gone. Not a sign of them anymore. Next cast. Literally next cast, and another little keeper, like 9, maybe bigger than 9 inches. Another keeper. Alright, we got, I think that's the big storm that's supposed to be coming tonight, so it's pretty dark right in there, right above the house. I'm pretty sure that's probably the storm, the actual rain coming. I mean, the sun is set behind the trees, so we might just make it with the getting dark at the same time. So we'll keep fishing. We're catching crappies. It's all crappies. It's all because of that wind pushing everything against, you know, and the fish follow the feed. Yes, I'll show you what I'm using right there. That's my reel. The line I'm using is 10 pound test fishing line. This is my kind of like bigger fish pole, like bass and trout. I was kind of aiming for trout, but then we started catching all these panfish. And then I can't believe bluegills were just chomping this like nothing. They didn't want anything else. And there's that spinner with that paddle tail, an apex paddle tail that looks like it's almost completely done. So we're gonna keep fishing. Look at that. The storm is coming. Paddle tails are apex paddle tails. I think that's a 2-inch, and I actually like them, and the fish do too. They work. All right, we caught one, but this one is, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that one's going back. Just under an eater. Must be eating good. Barely an eater. Look at that. Choked it. All the way down there. I need my pliers. I'm on the other side. I was over there. Now I'm over here. Other side. Boom. Crappie. Maybe the last fish. I don't know. What is it? Tiny crappie? Tiny crappie. Last fish. Well, an inch under an eater. For me, anyway. Alright, another one right before dark. It must not be big. Oh, I'm reeling it right in. No, another thrower back, or they're getting smaller. The sun is completely set. It is kind of getting dark, maybe not to the camera, but caught another, just an eater size crappie, probably a 9-incher, or right over 9. Still biting. That is, oh, I just felt a raindrop. As you can see, the clouds are here. Well, that's the last one. Last eater. All right, we are out from a Wisconsin lake here. Lights are coming on. All right, eater crappies, some eater bluegills. The wind is starting to die down. All right, we are out. Hopefully y'all can get out there and enjoy some summer fishing. Hopefully find some nice fish. See y'all later.